Assalamu alaikum class. It's 16th of December and it's Wednesday today. We are doing pronouns. We have done forms of personal pronouns, reflexive and emphatic pronouns so far. And today we'll do chapter number 17, demonstrative, indefinite and distributive pronouns. We'll start with demonstrative pronouns. Look at these examples. This is a present from my uncle. These are merely excuses. So you can guess now, these, we are talking about demonstrative pronouns. We're talking about this, that, these and those. Only these four are called demonstrative pronouns. When you point at some object, when you tell somebody that this particular thing or that particular thing or this particular idea or that particular idea, that means you point at something, then they are called demonstrative pronoun. They are used to point out the objects to which they refer. For example, both cars are good, but this is better than that. You are showing someone your car, or you are telling someone that this car. Here's the difference between this and that. This is used for nearest thing and nearest thought. That is used for a thing or person that is far from you. जो चीज़ आपसे दूर होती है उसके लिए आप that use करते हैं, and जो चीज़ आपके करीब होती है उसके लिए आप this use करते हैं. Similarly, these is the plural form of this and those is the plural form of that. This takes singular helping verb. This is, because we're talking about one person or one thing. These take plural helping verb. Are, these are my books. We are talking about more than one thing or more than one person. That is my book. That takes singular helping verb. Those are my books. When we talk about more than one persons or things, then we use those, and those take plural helping verb. Those are. Keep this thing in mind. This is used for nearest thing and thought, that thing that is near to you. For example, you are in the class and you tell your friend that, and there's a book near you. You're sitting on the chair and there's a book on your desk, and you tell your friend, this is my book. That means this book is near you. You are in the class and your friend is outside the class, he's not near you, and you tell somebody else that is my friend. That means that person is not near you. So this is used for nearest things, and that is used for farther things and people. One more thing, when this and that are used with nouns, then they become your adjectives. For example, this book is mine. Book is noun and this is used with noun. But when we say this is my book, this is my book, then this is not used with noun. My is a pronoun and my is used with noun. Then this is not used with noun. Then this is not your adjective. When we say this book is mine, then this becomes your adjective. One more thing, that is used to avoid the repetition of a preceding noun. Look at these examples. The climate of Belgium is like that of Pune. Is to avoid the repetition of a preceding noun. A noun we have already mentioned. What is noun in this sentence? The climate. Climate is the noun. We could have said, हम ये भी कह सकते थे, the climate of Belgium is like the climate of Pune. But to avoid the repetition of preceding noun, the noun we have already mentioned, we do not want to repeat that noun, so we avoid the repetition and we say is like that of Pune. Is like the climate of Pune नहीं कहना, is like that of Pune is correct. So that is also used to avoid the repetition of a preceding noun. You're talking about something, we're talking about a noun, and in sentence that noun is about we have to talk about that noun again. So we want to avoid the repetition, so we use that instead of that noun. The streets of this city are worse than those of Ahmedabad. Are worse than what of Ahmedabad? Are worse than the streets of Ahmedabad. So we do not want to repeat the streets. That is why we said then those of Ahmedabad. That is used to avoid the repetition of preceding noun. Similarly, those is also used to avoid the repetition of noun, but those is used for plural as city streets. We are talking about streets or cities. That is why we do not use that, we use those. Next is indefinite pronoun. As you can guess from the name, indefinite. What is the opposite of indefinite? Definite. Definite means for sure, certainly, yakinan. And what is the opposite of definite? That is indefinite, when we are not sure, unclear, undefined. Look at these examples. One hardly knows what to do. One hardly knows. One. We do not talk about a particular person or thing. We are not sure whom we are talking about. We do not know the person. One hardly knows. So we are talking in general. We are not talking about a particular person or thing. So when we talk about in general, then we use indefinite pronoun. One does not like to say so, but it is only too true. One does not like. That means we are not talking about a particular person, we are talking in general. हम general way में बात कर रहे हैं, ये कोई भी हो सकता है.